Trash Talk Radio, back again. Segment 2, Guru, you know what time it is.
Plug time.
Trash Talk Radio and TrashTalkRadio.com, brought to you by the WorldOfSportsNetwork.com. World of Sports Network, connecting the world through the sports we love. Head on over to the World of Sports Network page. You got the Trash Talk Radio on there. We've got the In My Opinion podcast with Denton Day. We've got the on-court, off-court guys over there in England. We got a whole bunch of stuff. Head on over to WorldOfSportsNetwork.com and make sure you check out the World of Sports Network YouTube page, where you can watch me and Guru do this show live on YouTube. You can find me every day on Twitter at More or Lestro, and the Guru is, of course, on Instagram at Guru's Film Room. It's just his thoughts, man. Just his thoughts.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
One more time for the people in the cheap seats, TrashTalkRadio.com, and Guru, tell them that hashtag.
That's 10K for TTR.
All right, so Guru, we are in segment 2 here, and of course, you know that means it is time for the call-outs and the shout-outs.
We finna get to halfway through the season, man.
That's right. Every week here on Trash Talk Radio, the Guru goes back over the film on the weekends in the NFL, and he decides which guys need to be called out.
Oh, man, get the heck out of here.
For their play, and which guys need to be shouted out for what they did this weekend. Mm-hmm. So, Guru, let's start where we always do, with the call-outs. And tell us who you watched this weekend that needs to get a piece of your mind, man.
This is I think this is a hip type of situation, drawn at the hip, because I don't see both of them staying, and I think both of them are going, so they're attached to the hip. And this is famous Jameis Winston and Dirk Cutter at Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Jameis threw 4 picks. I don't even think Jameis has played 4 games this year, and he already threw 4 picks in one game.
Yeah.
Like, Jameis he played like 3 games.
Peterman-esque.
Oh, my God, the heck out of it. With the departure of Peterman. You know the crazy thing is? Side note, Jameis Winston, Dirk Cutter, I'm calling y'all asses out for being a absolutely embarrassment of a staff and quarterback situation over there. Get them out of there, man. Get the heck out of here. At least the Giants know they're going to stick with Eli. Oh, man, get the heck out of here. At least they know they got to suck you right there. You don't even know what you want to do right now.
Right? Nobody can tell in Tampa Bay.
And another thing, I think the Peterman, because the Buffalo Bill quarterback got hurt, and Peterman actually played in the Monday night game.
He's starting next week.
They already announced it.
They already announced it.
Oh, yes. Hey, whoever got the Bills, I'm betting kick this straight to the bank. Bet Smith Bandy know the breaking news. Bet against Nathan Peter.
Take that to the bank.
Seen Walla Beam. The spread might be 25.
Yeah, right. It's going way up now. So, Guru, who else we calling out from this weekend?
Another one, man. This is the thing the Guru don't like, man. You know, it don't like when you go out, especially in another country, like on a vacation or something, right? And then you go out at a bar, and then you get, you drinking, and you try to walk out on your bill. The Jacksonville Jaguars defensive backs, all those 4 guys that went in there, probably bought drink for the whole bar and didn't realize that, hey, buddy, there's a difference as far as the dollars to the euro or the pounds.
Over there in England, man.
Oh, man, get the heck out of here. Because you all try to use that lame metric system or use on me. Talking about that check sign didn't look like that. The check sign didn't have the double vertical sign under the S. Their check sign looked different. So they couldn't tell the difference between they're meaning $50,000 for your drink.
We thought it was free.
Oh, man, get the heck out of here. Get out your damn bill. Your Jacksonville Jaguars guys secondary. I don't even remember all 4 of you guys, but the Guru is calling all your asses out. Oh, man, get the heck out of here.
Let's just say the Eagles made him pay anyway. All right, so Guru, who else we got this week?
And this one is a special one. This one right here goes to the city of Cleveland.
The city of Cleveland. The whole city.
The whole city of Cleveland. For what they did as far as their basketball coaching staff.
Oh, man.
And now the Cleveland Browns coaching staff. The ownership of the Cleveland Browns, the city of Cleveland, the city after LeBron, because now it's like a mesh. After LeBron, it's like they're burning down the city by getting rid of coaches. They are straight blowing Cleveland, Ohio up. So for Cleveland Browns, for finding your coaching, for the Cleveland Cavaliers, for being the city of Cleveland, for even me saying the word Cleveland, I'm calling myself out for even saying all that. Everybody's getting called out right now. Everyone is. And now I can't even, if you say anything that says land, you're getting called your ass out. Oh, man, get the heck out of here.
All right, so we're calling out famous Jameis and Dirk Cutter down in Tampa Bay. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars for walking out on their bill, and the entire city of Cleveland, and anybody who's ever said the land.
Oh, man, get the heck out of here.
They're getting called out this week. All right, so now let's move over to the guys that deserve to get a little bit of recognition. You watched the film. Who did it right this week?
Yeah. So now my guys, I need to get a shout out, man.
Yes, boy.
You know, congratulations, man. You guys did it. And this guy, the millennial might not know this, but the Terminator T2, James Conner. My man James Conner, running back from Pittsburgh Steelers, the backup to the once used to be the backup, that now is not going to be a backup anymore. Beautiful game. 26 carries, 146 yards, and 2 touchdowns. And mind you, James Conner, I don't know his exact age, but I could very much sure he's less than 26 years old.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, he is kind of proven Pittsburgh right in their strategy on Le'Veon Bell. He's actually racked up more this year in the first 8 weeks than Le'Veon did last year in 8 weeks. So
well, Le'Veon also got suspended, for the.
It's a good point.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
All right, go for it.
James Conner, you deserve that.
Yes,
Way to
boy,
go,
yes, boy.
man. All right, who else we shouting out this week, Guru?
Man, this might be the first time we did this as far as a shout out. This might be the first time a back-to-back shout out in back-to-back week.
Really?
Aaron Donald is just a man amongst boys. The Guru is doing it again for the second straight week. 2 sacks against the bad man, Aaron Rodgers. My man, the real Aaron. The best Aaron was on the opposite team on the D-line. The best Aaron on the field was not Rodgers. His last name was Donald. Aaron Donald, the man. Check the stats out. In the last 5 games, he has 10 sacks in the last 5 games.
It's outrageous.
That last 5 straight games, 10 sacks. Aaron, the real deal, Aaron Donald, the Guru is calling you and giving you a shout out for the second straight week. Congratulations.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Now you've been saying he's the best player in football. Anyway,
Best
boy, I'll tell you what, proving it this
player
year.
Not throwing the ball, man.
Proving it this year.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
All right, give us one more shout out from week 8. Looking back over the film, one more guy that deserves a recognition.
Hey, the first name I called was a young guy with 24 carries, 146. That was James Conner, right? Now let's go now to the OG, the GOAT himself, Adrian Peterson, all day. AD, all
boy, yes,
day,
boy.
baby. 29 carries. Did you see that? Yes, 29 for 149, 2 TDs all day long. Adrian with a 60-yard scamper. Adrian Peterson, as he ran 60 yards at over 30 years old, but he did it, a 60-yard scamper. My man, all day Peterson, Adrian Peterson, the Guru is giving you a shout out.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
Yeah, man, looking like a much younger man, playing like Adrian Peterson back when he was your number 1 pick on your fantasy team. You know what I mean? Really, really playing well this year and really played well this week.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
All right, so our shout-outs for Week 8, Guru shout-outs this week are James Conner of Pittsburgh, Aaron Donald from the Rams on a back-to-back pickup, and of course, AP down in Washington for everything that's old is new again down there for the Redskins this year.
Yes, boy. Yes, boy.
All right, so that is looking back at Week 8. Now we're going to take a look ahead to this weekend in college football and in the NFL as we go to our Bets with Ben segment with Ben Carey from thecurrencykings.com. Get out your pens and papers. You're going to learn how to make some money right here. So let's head over and we'll talk to Ben. Trash Talk Radio.
TTR.
Guru back again on Trash Talk Radio in our Bets with Ben segment with Ben Carey from thecurrencykings.com. You guys got to head over to thecurrencykings.com. Ben's got free picks every day for you. He's got write-ups every day telling you why he's making those picks. And now, if you head over to thecurrencykings.com, sign up with BetDSI, use the promo code TTR, and we're going to get him to give you up to $500 matching free money. Is that right, Ben? Welcome back to Trash Talk Radio, man.
That's right. Free money, baby. Thanks for having me back. damn, we were off to a good start last week, and we ended up 4-4. So not a terrible loss for us, but
Now, we didn't actually lose. We'll take the break even, especially after what you have 4 straight winning weeks.
Yes, we had 4 in a row, 4 straight winning weeks. But I think if you remember a few weeks back, we had a bad week. It was like week 2.
Yeah.
The show, and I told you guys, I said, when we have a bad week, when I have a bad week, the next week we bounce back, and we sure did. So that's what we're gonna do this week. So.
That's what I like to hear, man.
Man, beautifully said. Sit down, Big Sean, because my man Betts will said bounce back a little bit better than that, man.
I'll tell you what, as gamblers, though, you can't be thinking back to a loss in week 2. You got to look ahead,
man.
right? Look ahead. Let it ride. We'll get it on the next one. So, Ben, we went 4-4 last week. We're looking to do a little bit better this week. Let's start where we always do on College Football Saturday, and tell us where you're putting your money this week, man.
Yes, college football this Saturday. Have some very intriguing matchups. Really excited just to watch as a fan, but of course we're going to bet on these games.
Of course, we're going to bet on these games.
Gotta make that money, man. Get that check.
The college kids aren't going to get one. We are.
Oh, they do get one.
Yeah, well.
Rick
But
Pitino.
we're getting the checks too, Guru. And in the first game, we're going to get a check in this one. It's Georgia, number 6, on the road against Kentucky, number 9. And we're actually going to go with the under in this one of 44. Now, it's a lower over-under, but Kentucky has one of the best defenses in college football. And first of all, it's really weird for me to see Kentucky, number 9, and we're not talking about basketball.
Right, that's what I was thinking. I'm looking at this.
That's weird, man.
How do they get in the top 10
what
this
is
year?
going on? Yeah.
Hey, what color is Kentucky?
Are they in blue in football too?
They're blue.
Guru's betting on Kentucky. Who are
Guru
you?
loves to bet on the blue team.
Loves the blue
I'm
team,
just
man.
Saying, there's a correlation going here,
Yes,
man. There's a correlation.
So,
but why are we taking the under in this one, Ben?
Yeah, so this one, first of all, back to the Kentucky defense. The under for the Wildcats is 5-0 in their last 5 games, so that defense has been balling out. So Georgia came off that big win against the Gators last weekend. Of course, that was one of our premier games we got correct with Georgia winning. But Kentucky last week, they held Drew Lock to just 14 points. He's going to be a top pick in the NFL draft, whether it's this next year or the year after. So Kentucky did really good against a decent offense, allowing only 14 points. So at home, the Wildcats are going to slow down from the Bulldogs. And, yeah, I like this under at 44 a lot with Kentucky being the home team in this one. So should be a good game.
All right, matchup of number 6 Georgia, number 9 Kentucky. Ben Carey says take the under. What else we got?
So we went from an over-under to 44 to the next game. We have an over-under of 73. The matchup with Ohio State and Nebraska. So very high over-under. I think this is one of the highest ones I've seen this year thus far. But we're going to go with the under in this one. Now, both defenses are struggling this year, but I just don't see Nebraska's offense putting up over 30 points, which is really what it's going to take to get this over 73 points. Actually, Nebraska's only averaging 21 in their last 3 road games. So they had 2 home games against, I think, a D1 AA last week and then Minnesota the week before. So 2 schools who aren't really good at the game of football. So I like the Buckeyes to win this one around 42-27, which would still land an under in this one. We're going to go with that under. It's going to be close. There's going to be a lot of scoring in this one, but 73 points is just too many points for me, so we're laying that under. Go Big Red.
Makes sense to me, man.
Man. Oh, man. You know how I feel about my GBR. You know how all my folks in Lincoln know how I feel about that, man. And, well, Ben, I think it's going to be a lights, straight shootout.
I'm just going to say, Guru, don't bet with your heart. Bet with Ben.
That is true. I'm not betting with them winning. I didn't say that. But I could see a 50-30 ball game.
That would be the over. I'm taking the under because Ben
I could
says
see a Big 12 type of score here.
So, hey, Gerber, real quick, the spread for Nebraska, they have to cover or come within 17.5 points. So what do you think about that one?
I don't think that. Why you gonna put me on the spot?
Right?
Like
I
that?
love
you know,
this.
I love my Huskies.
I don't
dance,
know,
Guru,
man.
dance.
You know, like,
Gotta tell your people what's up.
well, look, we all know we're in the rebuilding process here in Husker and in Lincoln. So we're not anticipating. It's not about win-loss. It's more about the effort. So the score might be over that, but I know the effort of the kids are going to be better than that.
Right.
Yeah, but yeah,
I'll take the over on the effort, and I'll take.
Well, you can't.
I'll
yeah,
take
you can't bet
Ohio
on
State
effort,
in that game.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's a road game. I see a over 24-point victory.
So then Ben,
Okay,
let's
fair.
move on to our premier game this week because we have a premier game this
Still on
week.
fire with the premier games.
Sure. Yes, 5-0 in the last 5.
That's what I like to hear.
We're gonna keep it rolling, and we're going 6-0. I'm calling it on this one. This
Feeling
game, this is the biggest game of the college football season thus far. We got number 1 Bama coming in to Death Valley to Baton Rouge against LSU number 3. So the playoff standings were just recently released, and LSU is the biggest home underdog they've ever been since 1999, and they are underdogs of 14.5 points. So that's over 2 touchdowns. But granted, Bama has just looked dominant. I mean, they have dominated everyone they played. It's not even been close.
Yeah, basically the last 10 years. But
Yeah.
yeah. Basically, yeah. So, I mean, they're winning games by, 3 touchdowns, 6 touchdowns, you name it. But 14.5 against LSU at home for LSU. LSU plays tough at home. There was a game earlier this year that I bet on. LSU was the home team. It was against Georgia, I believe, and they dominated. So LSU is very tough at home. And I think that the Tigers are going to cover this one. I think Bama will ultimately win 34 to around 21, but LSU is going to cover 14.5. So we're going with LSU.
Ooh.
All right, so that is the under in Georgia, Kentucky, the under in Nebraska at Ohio State, and take LSU with the points over Bama in our premier game of the week. Bama to win, LSU with the points. I like that. Sounds like a good bet to me. I don't think
Night game in Death Valley. I can't argue that.
you should not be able to beat the number 3 team.
About 14.5 points.
Yeah, by 3 touchdowns. That it shouldn't happen. If they're good enough to be number 3,
Yeah, like, I mean,
I hope it doesn't happen.
any
It
given
won't happen.
Saturday.
yeah, that's true.
All right, so then Ben, let's move over to the NFL slate. Let's move to the big boys on Sunday and Monday this week, and tell me where your money is on Sunday.
Yeah, so Sunday, some really good matchups too as well. First game we're going to dive into is Vikings -5 against the Lions. So obviously the Lions just recently got rid of Golden Tate, which was a guy I liked a lot, but I think it was time for him to go. Vikings,
I'm looking forward to seeing him play in green, man.
It's going to be interesting. Vikings -5 in this one. They are 25-9 against the spread in their last 34 games after a straight-up loss. Obviously, they lost to the Saints last Sunday. It was a good game, but they're going to bounce back at home. They're 4-1 in their last 5 in November. Yes, November is here starting Thursday. So November is here. Vikings are going to cover. Man, Stafford is a guy, I'm telling you, his splits on the road against home, they're night and day. They're on the road in this one, so I'm betting against him, and I'm betting with the Vikings -5.
Yeah, 100%, man. There's no way Detroit keeps this game within a touchdown. I think
I don't think so.
I don't think that Detroit is that good a team. I don't think Minnesota is as good a team as a lot of people do. But they're so much better than Detroit, for God's sakes. How can this line only be 5?
Hey, is
I think
it taking straight to the bank? This is taking straight to the bank, a pick right here?
Yeah, this is what I would
To
lock.
the bank, yeah. Isn't it U.S. Bank Arena?
That's right. Take it to
Minnesota?
U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota.
Yeah, straight to the bank, baby.
All right, so take the Vikings to the Vikings to beat Detroit by more than 5 in this one. Okay, what else we got on Sunday?
Yeah, so the next two games are over-unders I like. The first one is Ravens-Steelers, and we're going to go with the under.
Yeah, I don't care what the number is.
So my theory behind this one, and I have some stats to back this up. But
the analyticalness is coming out.
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah, of course. So the AFC North games, just traditionally, they're very physical games with a lot of defense being played. We've seen it throughout the years, and this one's going to be no different. The under is 5-1 in the Ravens' last 6. So the only game that the under didn't hit was that.
Last
unfortunately,
week, yeah.
Yes, unfortunately, the one we bet on. But hey, we're gonna get back on. We're gonna go up the numbers, and we're gonna get back on the horse here.
I'll fall for it again.
Yeah, I'm in. I think
yeah, exactly.
an AFC North game in November between the Ravens and the Steelers sounds like a low-scoring game. You know, like any way you slice this.
It sounds mean.
Yeah.
It sounds like somebody's going to take it personally.
Yeah.
This is a 17-14. It doesn't matter who wins it. You know, like this is a low-scoring game.
I really believe this line is a little too high, a little inflated, just because of last week with the Ravens giving up so many points. But that was on the road against a Panthers team they don't play a lot. The Ravens and Steelers, they know each other. They know each other's girlfriends. They're going to come in angry in this one. We're going with the under 48.
I like it.
Sounds like a good bet to me. All right, give us one more, Ben.
The last one is the Cowboys Titans. This is the Monday night game, and we are rolling with the under of 43. Now, both these teams are having disappointing years. To say the least.
I don't know about who.
Right. You're talking to an Eagles and a Redskins fan. As far as I'm concerned, the Cowboys are having a great year.
Great year. Perfect season.
Dak Prescott just hasn't been able to get the offense up and running. It's been a struggle over there in Dallas in Jerry World. But hey, they have Amari Cooper. They just had to give up, just a first round pick is all. So in this one, like I mentioned, both offenses are coming and struggling, and there's going to be lots of running and keeping the ball on the ground in this one. So the clock's going to be ticking, which is great for an under. The under is actually 13-3 in the last Cowboys 16 games overall, which I thought was pretty fascinating. So we're gonna roll with that, and under 43 in the Monday night affair in Dallas.
Again, that's another good bet to me. I don't think either of these offenses can get out of their own way. I don't think the defenses are particularly good on these teams, but they're better than the opposing offenses. These are two teams that had higher hopes for the season than what they're putting on the field at this point. And I think 43 is definitely under range.
Just for my fantasy sake, Zeke, you better be the one that get
all the touchdowns.
2 touchdowns you're gonna get. You better be the one that get it.
Yeah.
Because if you want to get under 43, the 2 touchdowns the Cowboys going to score, because they're going to make a field goal here and there. But so you better be Zeke.
All right, so if you're keeping score at home, and you should be, because there should be money on this, we're taking the under in the Georgia-Kentucky game on Saturday, the under in Nebraska-Ohio State, and in the premier game we've got LSU and the points to we got Bama to win, but LSU to cover.
Yeah.
I got my words screwed up today, Guru. I don't know what's going on. LSU to cover. All right, then on Sunday in the NFL, we're taking Minnesota over Detroit. We're taking the under in the AFC North slugfest of Pittsburgh and Baltimore. And in the Tennessee-Dallas game on Monday, we're taking the under at 43. Sounds good to me, man.
Sounds good to me, man.
Sounds good. It's gonna be a big weekend.
That's what I like to hear. So head on over to thecurrencykings.com. Thecurrencykings.com. Check out all the rest of his picks and make sure you sign up at BetDSI with the promo code TTR. They're going to match up to $500. Up to $500 of free money to get in there and get your own check. Don't bet with your heart.
Bet with Ben.
Bet with Ben. Ben Carey from the Currency
Yes.
Kings. Thank you very much, sir. We'll see you next week on Trash Talk Radio.
Yes, guys. Hey, and sign up. TTR is the promo code. Free money, baby. You cannot pass it up. Best offer that any of the sports books are offering. So TTR on BetDSI.
There it is.
Thanks for having me on, guys. We'll be on next week.
Yes,
See
sir,
you
yes,
see you
sir,
then.
yes, sir, yes, sir.